All right, today we are going to be looking at section 3.3, adding expressions. All right, so what I want you to do, of course, just write everything down that you see here and then highlight it. So pause it for right now so you can do that, and then play it after you're done doing that, and then I'll explain everything. All right. So, welcome back. Now that you've written everything down and you highlighted everything, let's talk about it. So, as you remember here, we had a variable was a letter, a lowercase letter. X, M, Y, Z, A, they're all lowercase. Any letter in the alphabet can be a variable. When we add a number in front, like 19 times X, and you notice I know it's times because there's nothing between the 19 and X. There's no symbol there. So it's automatically going to be times. Right? We call this our coefficient. The word is coefficient. All right? And that's the number in front of X. And this itself is also an expression. Right? And if I look, I can also have plus another number or minus another number. This number all by itself, separated by a plus or minus sign, we call this our constant. This number all by itself is our constant. And all together, our 19x plus 4 is our expression. So what we're going to look today is we're going to be adding our expressions and simplifying. We're going to do this song that you're going to hear a lot if you haven't heard it already, but put the x's with the x's, the numbers with the numbers. And that's combining like terms, all right? So if we look right here, our first example, we're going to put our 2x's with our 3x's, all right? So our 2x's and our 3x's, that's going to give us 5x's. We're going to put our y's with our y's, so 4y's with 5y's gives me 9y's. And then we're going to put our constants, our numbers together. 9 plus 7. 9 plus this positive 7 is going to give me 16. So when I put my x's together, 2x and 3x, I'm going to get 5x. When I put my y's together, 4y and 5y, I get my 9y. Positive, so since it's a positive 9y, it's a plus 9y. And then I'm going to put my number, my positive 9 and positive 7. I'm going to get my positive 16 plus 16. Right? Now, we want to put this in chronological order, so we're going to put our x's first. X, y, and then our constant numbers all by themselves last. Now, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could write 16 plus 9y plus 5x, but mathematicians like things to be organized. So we do our in chronological order, our lower letter first, then the next letter, then our numbers all by themselves last. All right? This next example, you're going to have to just write in your notebook, okay? So we're going to use a highlighter, put our W's with the W's, giving me 3 W's. Put the Z's with the Z's, giving me 5 Z's. And our constants with the constants, our numbers with the numbers. 3 minus 2 is 1. So if you look here, I got parentheses. And as long as there's a plus sign between our parentheses, when we combine them, we can almost ignore our parentheses. Put the W's with the W's, I get 3 W's. Put the Z's with the Z's, I get 5 Z's. Put the 3 and the negative 2 together, I get 1 whole. All right? Great. All right, so if you see this sheet that I gave you, we're just going to fill out some things quickly before you have your practice work. All right? So an algebraic expression is made up, let me use this pen so this one's dying, made up of variables, numbers, we call these coefficients, and constants. Our terms are our coefficients and constants. Our like terms are going to be constants with constants and variables, constants with constants, numbers with numbers, and our variables with variables. Our coefficient is the number in front of our variable. And our constant is the number all by itself. Separated by a plus or minus sign, right? So there we go. Just a quickie little introduction of what we talked about on our notes. Now, which are the like terms? So we're going to, throughout our practice, we're going to be highlighting our like terms. 2x's, x's with the x's, y's with the y's, numbers with the numbers, and that's combining like terms, all right? So my 2x and my 3x give me 5x. My 4y and 5y give me 9y. And my 9 plus 7 give me 16. All right, so if I put this all together, I get 5x and positive 9y and positive 16. All right? Great. This is the second note sheet that I gave you that I want you to fill out. And if you look, we're going to combine our like terms. All right? So let's look at the top part. We're going to go 3 numbers with the numbers. Those are our constants. And then we have t all by itself. All right? So if I combine my like terms, I got my t. And if you notice, I put a tail on my t so it doesn't look like a plus sign. And then -3 and -8, when I add those together, when I combine those, all right, I'm going to get same sign, so I'm adding them. I got 11. And my sign, since they're both negative, will be negative. All right, there we go. Next, we have, let me make sure that arrow's out of the way. We have our 5x, and we have our x's with the x's. They're all x's. So I'm going to combine all my like terms. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 plus 7 is 8x. All right? Next, I'm going to have my a's with the a's, b's with the b's. There's only one b. And the numbers with the numbers. That's combining like terms. All right? So since these are like terms, I'm going to put them together. All right? So I have 6 minus 2. It's going to be 4 A's minus 7 B's minus 3. Now if you had plus -3, that's fine, but we can simplify that by just a plus negative is the same as subtracting. All right? Now if I have 0 here, if I simplify it, I can just get rid of the 0 and write my -5a. All right? Number 5. What is opposite a negative? What's opposite a negative? A positive. So I have 5 plus y. Now, mathematicians like to write the y first. So we could, our final answer can be 5 plus y. All right? In our next example, we got a's with the a's, x's with the x's. So 7 minus 7 is 0. I do not need to write 0, and I'm left with 6. So there's my 6x. All right? And then I'll just do one more, and then I'm going to let you practice, all right? So squareds with the squareds, t's with the t's. These are not, only the squareds can be put together, and the t's have to be by themselves. So -12 t's and -3 t's gives me -15 t's plus my 8 t's. All right? I forgot my squared. Nobody caught me. So -15t squared. All right? And then we got to leave this by itself. We can't combine them. These are not like terms, so we leave them as is. That's my final answer. So you're going to try 8 out. If you look here, the parentheses, just ignore them and combine your like terms. Put the x's with the x's, numbers with the numbers. And for this next one, put the b's with the b's, the numbers with the numbers, okay? And then there you go. And then for 3 and 4, what they want you to do is they want you to add plus 3m plus 5.4. So give me the answer. Add 3m plus 5.3 to this. So put the like terms together and write my final answer, okay? So you're going to have to put the m's with the m's, m's with the m's for each of those two problems. Numbers with the numbers. Okay, put the numbers with the numbers. Okay. Now, right down here, let's do this together. What is the coefficient of C? What's the number that's in front of C? Coefficient means the number in front. So what's the number in front of C? 3. What is the variable? Well, the variable here, the letter is C. And what is the constant? What is the number all by itself? That's 8. All right? If you need help with 8, 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'll come by and I'll work with you one-on-one. All right, after that, you have a practice packet that you're going to be working on the next couple days, and then some Carnegie. All right, good luck. Let me know if you need help. Talk to you.